Hey everyone, I'm Philip Curry and today I'm going to show you how to make nut butter. It's really easy, but you do need a high-powered blender. So I'm going to show you two methods today. One using a NutriBullet style kind of compact blender, and the other using a conventional food processor. We're making nut butters, but you do need to roast the nuts. So today I'm going to show two examples, one with hazelnuts and one with peanuts. So you want to spread your nuts out in a nice even layer. And because I'm doing two nuts, I've just separated them. Now the thing is, we do want a thin layer because we want our nuts to roast as evenly as possible. You want to go low and slow so that we get a nice even roast all the way through the nut. If you go in too hot, the outside can roast, but then the inside's left a bit raw. Our oven is preheated. We're going to roast low and slow, start with 15 minutes. First method, I'm going to show you using a food processor. Never mind this big fancy contraption, that's a Kenwood cooking chef. But this is going to work exactly like a classic food processor. And it's great for big quantities. So I'm just going to open the top up. I've got my blade in there and just put the roasted peanuts. And then we're just going to blend them. So we want to blend and then keep blending. So it's going to start as a powder, then it'll start to clump together and then become liquid. All that's happening is that the oils that are naturally present in the nuts are starting to come out, and the granule size of the nuts is just becoming finer and finer. So at one point, you probably just need to scrape down the sides. You can see we now have a clumping together. Now if you want a thick peanut butter, by all means stop there. It is kind of a thick, pasty texture, but if we're going to continue blending just a little bit more. So now we have a really nice peanut butter. So now we're going to use a NutriBullet. So you can remove the skins by just gently rubbing the nuts together like this. But I don't mind having some skin in there, makes no big difference, just a bit of, some people think it's a bit bitter, but I don't mind the skin at all. There we go. So you hear that the blender kind of stopped working, and you can see it's actually worked very quickly to extract those oils and get a paste going. So all we need to do is scrape this down a couple of times in our blending process. Now the NutriBullet type blenders are good for smaller amounts. I wouldn't recommend it for big quantities or you can burn out your motor. See, there we have some lovely hazelnut butter. Now this is not butter like dairy butter, it's just what we call nut pastes really, so it's just blended nuts. Now the cool thing about this tutorial is that the exact same thing applies for pralines. So if you look at my video for the milk crepe recipe, the hazelnut praline milk crepe where I make praline, you'll see it's exactly the same method. We're roasting nuts. We're adding 50 to 100% of the weight of the nuts in caramel or caramelized sugar. And then I like to throw in a pinch of salt and a used up vanilla bean, and it's just awesome. You can also then add to the praline the same weight in dark chocolate and create a delicious nut spread. So there we have 2 ways of making delicious nut butter.